Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting things I want to go cover for the Xbox side. Now, there's a lot of big cool things that have been happening when it comes to Xbox, when it comes to Starfield, the game itself as a whole, when it comes to the upcoming Xbox showcase leaks, and a lot of cool things that might be panning out throughout the rest of the year. So I just want to go talk to you guys all about this because why not? I want you guys to go and at least be in the know, at least from what we've had a chance to go and see so far. So if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy. As well, I've also been kind of seeing like a really kind of big, I guess, like few little baby bit of new updates when it comes to Xbox 2 as well. So I just think at the end of the day, I think life's going kind of good when it comes to having an Xbox. Now, once again, I do kind of skew it towards the PlayStation, but I do think with the upcoming next year, although like the console sales aren't as good for Xbox, I do think it keeps on solidifying more and more and more into good Game Pass deals and also driving a lot more PC users. And obviously, these games potentially coming to PlayStation do drive a pretty nice bargain. So we're going to talk about this just overall. So subscribe, Twitter, Twitch, down below. Let's go dive into it. So Xbox basically should have another summer games, basically kind of like a promotion slash event slash like gaming showcase, and we've kind of been seeing Xbox slotting into the old E3 slot, so we'll most likely see some bigger news and probably heading out throughout the rest of this year slash next year for PlayStation around the summertime. Xbox apparently as of June 9th, which we're going to dive into throughout this video, and Nintendo has been kind of looming on if it's going to ever go announce its next Switch console, and as well it doesn't really have any too big of major games coming out throughout the next few, like I'd say, months or holiday season. So I'm sure all these big companies are going to be having some big stuff as per the usual summertime. But right now, Xbox has had some pretty big leaks, and it's nothing super crazy, but there is some fun stuff. So the Xbox Games Showcase will be airing as of June 9th, followed by a Call of Duty Direct as well. We have been hearing in some preliminary leaks on the upcoming Xbox game, Xbox Call of Duty game, because now they are technically owned by Xbox. So it's very intriguing because I hope it's going to be good. We also have sometimes seen that also be showcased on the Game of the Year awards, so it's kind of surprising that it's going to be on the Xbox showcase though. But it makes a lot more sense. The deal's pretty much finalized and pretty much all good to go, so it makes a lot of sense. But either way, Microsoft is getting ready for the big Xbox Summer Showcase as of now. Microsoft is officially holding its big Xbox Summer Showcase on June 9th, as The Verge has reported earlier on this month. The showcase will air on Sunday, June 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific or 1 p.m. EST, so it'll be kind of cool. And will include a deep dive into the next installment of Call of Duty as well, right after the main show. Microsoft is only teasing the Call of Duty Direct as the next installment of a beloved franchise, and most people are just basically assuming, hey, it's going to be Call of Duty. A lot of people who have been familiar with Xbox or these press things are like, hey, it's pretty much Call of Duty. I mean, it makes sense. Like, this is going to be kind of a big announcement. I can also maybe see, if they want to go to this Xbox Games Showcase and maybe kind of talk about Activision finally. I'm sure that'll also have a big blend of PC gamers, people who play World of Warcraft and all that are also somewhat intrigued in the whole vibe. So this will be the first Xbox showcase featuring games from Activision Blizzard, Bethesda, and Microsoft's game studios. And there's some kind of intriguing news, going to maybe a little bit more of a deeper dive into it, but they're basically saying that Microsoft is currently planning to announce a new Gears of War game. Now, no one really knows if this is going to be the next game in the Gears of War sequel. As you guys remember, the game kind of did get left off on a hangover if you guys ever did go play it back in the day. And obviously Gears did okay, but it really didn't do that good on the whole multiplayer front. So I kind of hope that for this Gears of War game, which is surprising, I think we have that weird Gears of War Tactics game too as well a while back. But either way, I'm kind of excited for that. I do think Gears of War, plus with their kind of lack and hole of a multiplayer FPS game, it may not be the most popular multiplayer game, but if they did it well, launched it on Steam, etc., or at least had a really good Game Pass server or crossplay, whatever it might be, whatever works. I'm not really sure what we need for Gears of War to make it work, but there's a few options. I'm excited. I'll probably play it, so let me know if you guys would too down below. The showcase will also include a number of release dates for upcoming Xbox games. We're hearing some rumors for Microsoft Flight Simulator and Avowed to both be coming out in November from other outside leaks, just kind of throwing in more extra information for this video. And then we're also hearing that the Indiana Jones game and The Great Circle, which is, I believe, an Xbox and Game Pass bare minimum timed exclusive, we'll see long term, that game will also be rumored to be coming out in December. So we are seeing some brand new leaks for that, which is kind of cool. And then we're also hearing that there is going to be the upcoming Starfield, because I do believe this is the upcoming Shattered Space expansion for Starfield. Now, we've actually been seeing more Starfield news too as well on today, and we're going to talk about that probably a little bit next, where there's been a really big bump up on the game itself. There's a big update. They're trying to basically add mods soon, which in my honest opinion, for like a forward-looking Xbox, I do think Starfield with mods are probably gonna be one of the coolest things out there. Like, I will be very, 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 very intrigued to see what modders make, because if you guys ever played games like Skyrim or Fallout, some of those games are completely different when they have actual mods. Now, the Xbox Series X, I'm not sure how that's going to be integrated for mods themselves, but like Bethesda games really do strive. Like, they make a good base game, and then the modders and the people who know their stuff and know how to make a game, in all honesty, they volunteer a lot of their spare time to go make these things happen. If you guys have missed it, like, games like Skyrim have full-on, fully made DLCs. Same thing with Fallout 4, where they have, like, voice-acted, brand new 3D assets, basically brand new towns being made. I believe someone's literally trying to go remake London and launch that on the Fallout 4 engine to make that as a proper free-to-play mod. Like, I think people underestimate, and if people can build, they will. And I do think that's when Starfield's going to get that next major bump. Now, that is good for Xbox as a whole, but I'm not really sure if that'll be good for, let's say, like, I don't know, I guess, like, it's gonna be more on the PC side, maybe not for the Xbox users. I don't know how to word that better. Basically, like, if you have all these mods, that's good for PC people. If you don't have the mods, Xbox people, it's bad for them, but it's also good for the Xbox company. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably weird wording, but either way, we're all looking forward to all these games, plus all the games that are lined up for this year. We haven't seen any rumors when it comes to Fable, although that has been kind of being teased around a decent bit still, and has been technically announced, so I want to see more Fable news, and I would also love for them to do a little bit more of a deep dive into Halo Infinite, where Halo Infinite had a lot of attention, was starting to get attention, all this type of stuff, and people were hyped up for it, but at the end of the day, it wasn't 100%. I guess, you know, I don't know what we loved. Also, that random sound effect from the league. So that's the big news. Either way, I'm happy for the upcoming games. I do think games like Fable need to have more of attention. All this type of stuff is very important, but I do think we'll have some fillers. Like, I like the idea that we do have some fillers over here coming out for the games themselves. So that's good. And also, as I was talking about too as well for Starfield and modding being such a big deal. Basically, Starfield, also, I totally got stretched from that, my bad. Starfield at 60 FPS is now finally actually coming to the Xbox Series X. And this is what I was talking about, where they're basically trying to push a lot more for Starfield. They're trying to make the game itself be good. And if we get mods on it, especially for PC, huge improvement. But as well, even just seeing them update the game on console is a big, 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 big win. They're going to have a new performance mode coming out with the update for this month, and May 15th is going to have some huge changes when it comes to Starfield as a game. So it does kind of seem like Xbox, although it has had a little bit of a rocky past, like, let's say just a year. Like, there's been a lot of weird news with it. Activision acquisition drama, Call of Duty drama, where some of the games were mediocre. Like, it's just a lot. Like, everything. Like, Starfield was kind of a mediocre game, a big lack of games for the year. There was a lot of critiques that were going on with Xbox that I understand. Like, I get it. Like, I mean, PlayStation and even the Switch, I'd say right now, are in this really awkward limbo where there's cool games out there and cool games to play, but people aren't buying them, and then there's issues. Like, we just don't have anything really big to look forward to. Like, right now, I cannot tell you guys a single game on my big list where I'm like, I cannot wait to go play insert this. Right as of right this second, there is nothing. Like, literally nothing. And they're usually, at least for me in my gaming sphere, is like, oh, I can't wait to at least check out Starfield, or I can't at least go check out Fable, or I can't wait until at least, you know, I don't know, brand new Spider-Man. Right now, I basically have zero cool games. But on the bright side, the games that are coming out here at least are getting fine-tuned. They're kind of fixing their stuff. They're kind of getting things together. And now with these big leaks when it comes to Xbox, we might even see brand new games coming out as well. And there might even be some more surprise things that might get leaked out there, because sometimes there are higher level NDAs. But at the end of the day, this is cool. Like, Starfield is getting brand new updates, and they're getting big move stuff. And this is where I kind of tied to the mod conversation before, where they're actually now going to be able to add mods, I believe, not in the same exact update, but I do believe very, very quick. But a lot of people were also critiquing the Xbox, saying that it could not go and launch games at, like, you know, even 60 FPS in the first place. So they also had a chance to do some actual Bethesda magic and make it all happen, which at the end of the day, I got to give them credit for. And that's nice. You could either be able to go set it at 40 FPS or 60 FPS in the VRR mode, and this technology was also integrated very well with PlayStation. So it's just cool to see that, like, even though the consoles are maybe having issues selling, like, people are still working on them. There are still games for us to be looking forward to. And on top of this, like, it's just nice to see that there's these game companies that don't necessarily have to update this. And we've even been seeing this with Xbox for, like, Redfall, where they are, for some odd reason, still updating up the game. And, like, it is kind of nice to see that there is at least a little bit of attention in detail, even if the games are kind of flopping or whatever. Like Starfield, all the critique aside, is still getting a DLC, which I'm gonna probably go check out and play. Will I love it? Probably not, but I wouldn't mind having an excuse to go check out Starfield again and give it like one more shot. If they kind of go pull a Cyberpunk, I'd be happy because it just means more games for us to play. Maybe people would check it out again in the future with other mods or whatever. I don't know. Either way, there's a lot of cool Xbox news. I'm excited for the leak. I'm excited for just them updating the games. I'm excited for the future of games, although we're in this kind of weird lull. I kind of rambled a lot this video, but I don't know. I'm kind of excited. So hopefully you guys are excited too yourselves. Subscribe if you guys want to Twitter and Twitch down below. Give me your thoughts on these rambles too. I love you guys.